I think a lot of youngsters have the ideas in their minds, have ideas that they want to, and things they want to express, but they may not have the means or the ability to do that. So what I'm actually trying to do is make something that's amorphous in their mind, actually concrete, I guess. That's what it sort of comes down to. So I'm forever looking for what it is they really are after, rather than trying to impose my own ideas on what they're doing. A lot of the people that come to me are referred to me via, various social services groups like Connections or, the Young Offenders team, you name it. But they come in, and potentially I've got the very worst young people who are well known for causing massive problems elsewhere. We might be able to get a mix sorted so that you're actually going out with something that is relatively complete, and then you can. And yet, by having one at a time, what happens? They come in, and I say to them, well, if you're working with your friends, bring them in. So they tend to bring their mates in, who bring other mates in. And soon you have a group of people who are actually they've already worked on their own dynamic, they work. And if they are falling out, then usually it's a lot easier to deal with that, because they're already friends, they know each other. As you hit that note, just put your head up slightly, yeah? Okay. So that you get it. At first you may have to put an awful lot of input in to make them realise that they've even got good ideas, and then you can gradually back off as the time goes on. But when they start to realise that their own ideas have value and they do work, you can sort of back off and allow that to happen. You may find that the person's come in with, have loads of lyrics, and they write lyrics every day and they're absolutely brilliant. So that process of gauging where they are first is incredibly important. Gauging without any kind of judgment is also incredibly important. And so everything that they're doing, you've got to bring out what is good about it. So it's not a case of lying and saying it's good when it's not, but it's to actually bring out what is good about it. Watching it telling me, sending me. No, that wasn't quite right. Yeah, so it's lower. So yeah, so it goes a bit lower. Sometimes that phase is called kind of origination. And I think that's the most important thing, is to keep everybody smiling and keep everybody feeling that their ideas have value. And to actually bring no judgment whatsoever at that point. And usually the people that are making the most judgment on themselves are the young people themselves. So they'll say something and, oh no, that's rubbish, and you go and it's really, really important to make sure that they understand that it most certainly isn't rubbish. And even if it is rubbish, maybe you've got to get the rubbish out of the way before the good stuff comes. So for God's sake, just do it, In fact, what you've got is a rolling plan. But so therefore, the plan doesn't dictate what actually happens. But what the plan does do is give purpose to the whole process. And I think that having purpose is really essential, is what it's all about. With purpose comes discipline. And that's not imposed discipline necessarily. It's the kind of discipline that the young people actually want themselves. They want to create this thing. They want it to happen. And my job, I guess, is to keep reminding them. And I'll get the levels right and sort of mix a bit so that you can hear everything right, and then we'll go for it. They actually have ownership of it, and all I'm being abrupt with is their tendency not to do the work. But it's their work, it's not mine. So hence, we really don't have discipline problems, because basically that's what it's about. They know it's their work, and they know that the result of it will be their thing. Young people, I think, as a breed, tend to have a million ideas, but find it difficult to actually bring something to a close. Actually, I say young people. I'm sure we all find that difficult. But it is in the bringing something to a close and completing it in some shape or form that says, look, I can do it. I've got this. This is mine. This is it. This is the stake in the ground. And listen to me on this CD, And that is what actually creates confidence in doing the next project. And because what it's saying is that my ideas are valuable. They work.
How about if we hang it up? Oh no, one of you hold it and we stick a microphone at both ends.
There's no doubt about it that what drives me is my love of music. So I'm very, very enthusiastic about music, and I'm also aware that that's where my skills lie.
Let's turn again.
Oh, yeah, and you're doing something really interesting. That's what you did the first time.
So, for example, somebody may sing a snatchet of melody which is all out of tune and everything, and my skill, I have to listen to what they're really trying to do, use my musical skills to work out what it is they really want to do, play it back to them and say, is that what you meant? But if I wasn't musical, I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm really feeling that whatever youth work, a good youth worker has got, if they're going to work within a certain medium, they've got to know that medium too, and not just know it, but love it. They've got to love that medium, and that's what you express to the young people that you're working with.